What's going on? It's the Rap Nerd, and it's a new Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another physical media haul vlog. And as I do with all of these videos, I'm gonna start with the new releases and then cover the joints that I had to swing back around and grab. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. So the first film that I had to pick up is this Conjuring Steelbook, easily one of the best horror films ever made. It's in my top 25. James Wan is a master of horror. I watch this yearly around spooky season, and it's perfect that they drop this because I think that they know that around this time of year, this movie gets a lot of burn because it's actually scary, it's thrilling, it's fun, it's everything that a paranormal horror movie should be. Don't really need to explain it because I know for a fact that everybody knows about this movie, especially if you are into horror. So I had the movie on Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray too, nothing special, not even a slipcase. So when they announced this Steelbook on 4K, I was like, yep, I'm gonna have to get that. So this is the cover right here. And it has a matte finish, as you can see, in the most famous scene from the movie that got everybody in the trailers. It's only right that they made that the cover. That is the back, the clock. And when you open it up, this is both sides from the outside. And then this is the inside. I'm hoping that they give steelbooks for all these movies. Of course, there are Blu-ray steelbooks out there. And honestly, I kind of like the Blu-ray steel cover more than this one, just because it's not the standard poster. But I mean, 4K, I gotta have it on that. So it's just a 4K too, no Blu-ray. And then that is the inside. Hands down, the scariest scene, I think, in the film when Bathsheba shows herself. Perfect time to drop too, because the new one releases next month, which we are going to go see. We love those movies. This is a pretty cool steelbook. You can get it anywhere. It's only 30 bucks. I got mine from Amazon, but again, it's on Grove, it's on Target. I believe even Best Buy is selling it now. Yes, they're back selling Blu-rays to other vendors, but you can find it anywhere, point blank period. So I'm happy to have it on 4K, but again, in steelbook in my collection. Now, the next two films that were new releases on my Target list are the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning, and these are both Arrow releases and they're 4K. I don't know what's been going on this year. There have been so many movies. When the new year came in, I was like, man, I need a special edition of this movie, whether it be a 4K steelbook or some type of box arts, set with goodies and all of that. And my prayers have been answered yet again. And these two movies are in that dream that I wanted, because I have them both on DVD, but I wanted to upgrade them. So these are both of the Arrow releases, and I'll show you them one by one. So it's only right we go with the remake first, and I believe that this is the best movie of the franchise. I think it's even better than the original one. So we have this slipcase special artwork for this copy, and here you can see Leatherface working on his faces as he does usual. And I really like how the cover looks, because this is a good representation of the movie. The color palette is very similar. It's very eerie, very dark, very dirty looking. And again, it just matches the aesthetic of the movie. And I'm just happy to have this in 4K, man. So that's the back. No artwork there, but just telling you all of the many different behind the scenes things that comes with the movie. And as Arrow does, they give you the original artwork for the cover art. If I flip this one on the outside, it looks like what's on the slipcase, but I've said it mad times, I like to have altering artwork if I can, so I changed it to this one. And a little story time about this movie. The end sequence, when it's kind of like this found footage thing, I thought that Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like real. Like, I thought that sequence that they showed at the end of it was real. And I'll never forget watching this movie at a friend's house. His name is Nick, as a matter of fact. I spoke to him about it a few months earlier. I was like, yo, do you remember when you had that birthday party and we watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And it was the most intense watch ever. He rented it to watch, and he invited a bunch of people over to his house, and he had like this entertainment room upstairs, and it was just a really great time. That is like a fond memory of mine, and what added to my love for horror, just seeing how everybody reacted. And to this day, I love inviting people over, whether it be family or friends, and introducing them to horror movies, especially during spooky season, because of that moment I had in high school. So just a little bit of story time there. course, this is the inside, and this is just a 4K, I believe. Yep, just 4K. And the artwork is similar to the slipcase. And as Arrow does with all of their releases, they give you some goodies. Here we have a booklet of, you know, behind the scenes type thing. Boom, boom. Really love stuff like this, man. It makes physical media worthwhile. And then that's the back of the booklet. One thing Arrow always includes is a nice size poster of the original artwork that they created for this edition. And then on the back you have the original poster that was released with the movie. So just a really nice release. And then here we have the Texas Chainsaw of the Beginning, which is the prequel of the remake. And I remember when I first saw this artwork, I was like, what the hell is this from? Because I don't remember this scene in the movie, but I forgot what the guy's name is. He runs Bloody Disgusting, but he pointed out where this scene came from. And it seemed like the opening credits like randomly. So I'm like, I don't know what made them choose to use this artwork, even though I do like it. I was just kind of like, where does this come from? So you have the custom artwork here, which I like as well. Same thing on the back, all of the special edition behind the scenes stuff. And of course they give you the original artwork for this, and I swapped it out. So that's that. I wouldn't even have been mad if this was a slip art, honestly. And again, the 4K disc right here. Of course, the behind the scenes booklet. That's the back of the booklet. And again, images, credits. And you can't forget the poster. So nice. So all in all, just another amazing release from Arrow. They can do no wrong for me, man. I hope they release all the movies that I love in this format because they're just so good, and I love their attention to detail, especially with the artwork. So had to add both these to my collection because I didn't have them before on 4K. Now these last two pickups are joints that I just swung back around to grab, so let's go ahead and get into those. Now this is a movie I already owned, but I saw it came with a actual slipcase, so I had to order it, and that is Cuckoo. This is an Australian brand, I believe, and they released this version of the movie earlier this year. And I was waiting for an American store to get it because I didn't want to pay the shipping that it costs to get stuff sent from Australia. And luckily, I found it on Orbit's DVD. That's my new go-to. If you don't know about Orbit's DVD, go to the website. It's Orbit DVD. I don't know why I'm putting a S in there, but it might be. I don't know. But Orbit DVD, they have such a collection of things, especially with international releases, and they're right here in America, Asheville to be specific. When I visit Asheville again, I'm going to that store because they have done me nothing but good for a minute when it comes to these. So Cuckoo, again, this is a pretty hard to slip box. And that is the company right here. You turn on the back. And the thing about a lot of Australian discs that I'm seeing is they're all region free, so that's a plus. This is just a Blu-ray. I'm hoping we can get like a 4K Steelbook eventually, but for now, just having a slipcase makes it just that much better because the original one has nothing but just the box itself, this case that it came in. And then this is one of those size slip cases, so that's even better. And again, still just a standard copy, same back and front as a slip. And this is a Blu-ray with the Cuckoo. But the cool thing about this is the artwork that they have on the back of the cover art. That's pretty dope. I wasn't gonna switch it around, but it doesn't look right, so I just kept it like this. So I got this off of Orbit DVD, and it only cost me 17 bucks. So if you are looking for a version of Cuckoo with a slipcase, go ahead and go to their website before it's all sold out, because I don't know how much more copies they have. But yeah, Cuckoo, so happy to finally have a slipcase version in my collection. Now the last joint that I picked up was the original Scream trilogy in 4K. Now I've been fronting on this for a minute because I have a DVD set that I love, the packaging for, but I'm like, you know what? I need to go ahead and upgrade these things to 4K because I love these movies. The Scream franchise is literally my second favorite movie franchise ever. So I figured it's time to go ahead and grab this. And it was kind of on sale too, so that was a plus. But really, the reason why I was holding out is I was trying to wait for a collection with all of the movies from Scream 1 to 6 in it. But seeing as how the legality for the first trilogy and then I guess the second trilogy are in different studios. I don't know if we're ever gonna get a full-on box set with all of the movies. I'm gonna hold out. If they do release it, I will get that too. But I'm like, it's not coming out anytime soon, so I might as well just go ahead and get this 4K while it still is available. I believe it released a year or two ago. So I love this artwork too. It's a lot more detailed and looks better than what I thought it was gonna look. Each of these scratches, I guess looking like a mirror broke, has an indication on it, so you can feel the difference with each line, which I think is dope. Turn that around. Scream, the original trilogy. And as I mentioned, you have the 4Ks here. The black ones, of course, are the 4Ks, and they even give me a Blu-ray version of the movie. And it's funny because I actually have this in my house as well, but I don't have them on 4K because I've been holding out. So all in all, just a nice release, and really I bought it for this box set. You know, I love me a good box set, and this will hold me over until we eventually get some sort of Steelbook collection, because we're gonna get one. But like I said, for now, this would do me well. So those are all of the films that I picked up this week. Let me know in the comments what you bought. Let me know if there's something that I didn't mention here or something that you think that I may like that is worth mentioning that released, or just let me know about something that you spun the block on to get. And if you are a collector, I encourage all of y'all to take your pictures, do vlogs too, to show that people still pick up physical media, you know what I'm saying, for good prices. Gotta say that too. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. Until next time, peace.
RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.